The Festival Flight Grenade Launcher is the brand new Strand area denial frame that is dropping from the Solstice event. You can get this by running any of the activities in the portal here that have the distorted Solstice engram. So you have the solo ops, which rotates daily. Same with Fire Team, Pinnacle, and Crucible. All of these rotate on a daily basis. So you just got to check whatever one has that distorted Solstice engram and run that activity. Now, this perk pool for this area denial is absolutely stacked. So getting into the perks, the first perk that we have is Blast Distributor, which dealing splash damage is going to grant a bonus to your grenade stat. This stacks up to 5, and you get 10 grenade stat per stack. So you get a total of 50, which a lot of people are using this with their Grapple Hunter right now, and it's really easy to get that times 5. As you see, one shot, and I already have times 5 procced. It does go away kind of quick, but you are able to use it before it goes away anyway, most of the time. And if you don't get it times 5, just shoot another shot at the enemies, and it's really easy to proc that. We also have Demolitionist, which kills with this weapon are going to generate grenade energy, and activating your grenade ability is going to reload this weapon from reserves. So having Demolitionist is always nice. As you see here, when we shoot our weapon, if we don't want to manually reload it like that, we just throw our grenade, and it's going to be loaded. And then on kills, it's going to give us some of that grenade energy back. There is recycled energy, which reloading after defeating targets is going to grant energy to your lowest charged ability. I don't really care too much for recycled energy, but that perk is there if you want to take advantage of it. There's also Transcendent Moment, which I don't use on this weapon at all. Envious Arsenal, which is going to be good if you're using this for maybe a damage rotation. Same with Ambitious Assassin. This is going to overflow the magazine up to 2 when you reload after getting a kill. So Ambitious Assassin can be paired on this with basically any perk in the second slot. It's going to go good with. It is nice to have 2 shots in the mag as well, just to kind of spam like that. We also have Slice, which casting our class ability is going to allow this weapon to sever targets on hit. You have about 8 seconds of Slice to use. Slice is good. Do I really want it on a area denial? Not really, to be honest, but if you do want to benefit from Slice, it is there. What I want in the first perk slot is going to be Blast Distributor, Ambitious Assassin, as well as probably Demolitionist. And in the second perk slot, for perks, we have Binary Orbit, which you don't need because this is only a 25% damage bonus, which I'm going to get into here in a second why you don't need that. Frenzy, which is only a 15 damage buff. You do get 100 handling and 100 reload, but you don't really need it because the reload on this is already high. So if you run high velocity rounds to get that faster reload, or if you have it enhanced, you get 11 reload, which is always nice. You will probably have it enhanced anyway, getting the tier 4 and tier 5s. If you also put a reload speed masterwork on it, that reload goes up to 85, so reload on it is already good. It doesn't feel that sluggish on this weapon anyway. Then you have One for All, which hitting 3 separate enemies is going to give you a 35% damage bonus for 10 seconds. And you can't reproc this buff, sadly, but it's really to keep that timer active. But once that timer does go out, it's really easy to proc it again. It's an area denial. It's so easy to hit 3 enemies. So as you see, we have 4 seconds on the timer. Hitting 3 enemies doesn't keep that timer going. But if we just want to proc it again, it is as simple as just doing that, and it's procced again. It's so easy to proc One for All on this weapon, and it's a 35% damage bonus. Don't sleep on One for All on this weapon. We also have Vorpal Weapon, which is just a free 15% damage bonus against bosses without doing anything. You also have Attrition Orbs, which dealing sustained damage is going to create an Orb of Power. Now, this did get nerfed on area denial frames, but I still think Attrition Orbs is good on this weapon. It's pretty easy to proc Attrition Orbs. You still want to hit multiple different enemies, so I'll show you here when we shoot it. As you see, we're not really making any orbs yet. There it is. There's our orb. Not like it was before, but Attrition Orbs on it still does feel nice at the end of the day. We just made another orb. So you can't just spam it as easy as before, but it's still decent on area denials at the end of the day. We also have Hatchling, which precision funnel blows, which we're not going to do on this weapon, or rapidly defeating targets with this weapon is going to spawn in a threadling at the target's location. I don't really see myself using Hatchling on this weapon, to be honest, but at the end of the day, it is there if you do like it for your Strand builds. As you see, it does do something, right? It will go and kill the enemies, but I just don't see myself using Hatchling on this weapon. But up to you if you do want to run Hatchling on this weapon. It is kind of fun. We also have Elemental Honing, which dealing unique elemental damage is going to grant this weapon a stacking damage bonus. So what's nice about elemental honing is you can practice while this weapon is stowed, and dealing damage with different element types will proc this. So you're using like it for a damage rotation, right, with Envious Arsenal and elemental honing. You're going to be using those different elemental types as well, which is nice. So you see with Strand, it procs 1. We use Solar here. We'll go to 2. Use Void, it goes to 3. So if you're using it for a damage rotation, it's going to proc Envious Arsenal with elemental honing anyway. So that's a nice bonus to have with this. But I think One for All is just so easy to use on this weapon that I would probably just go with One for All at the end of the day. But up to you what you want to go with. My personal god roll on a tier 5 with like 3 perks in each column would be, give me high velocity rounds, a reload speed masterwork, first perk slot, blast distributor, demolitionist, and ambitious assassin. In the second perk slot, I would want One for All, attrition orbs, and elemental honing. Up to you what you want to go with. These are just my personal preferences on this weapon. What is nice is this weapon does have the event origin trait, Dreamwork, which once per reload, assists or assisted final blows are going to partially refill the weapon from reserves for an improved amount and improve reload speed for a short duration. It also has Suro Synergy, which reloading grants this weapon improved bonus handling and reduces incoming flinch for a short time. Don't really need this. I would run Dreamwork just to have. That way it can kind of load the weapon if you are doing an activity where you have teammates. That's it for the video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your god roll in the comments down below. We'll see you on the next one. Uppers.